Okay, dokie. So, I was conflicted. I could either try out the new Hunter Dragon or Sky General, and I chose the Sky General because I want to try it out in Quest Hunter and Highlander Shaman. So, you know how it is. I'm gonna get rid of all of these just because I don't necessarily think I need them right now. This is like the best 2-drop you can have for this deck. I'm not running the guy that if you have a quest, he gives you a coin, because I don't know what I would take out for him, right? Like, I already took out a Clear the Way to fit in the Sky General, and that's a really important card just in general. Let alone trying to figure out more cards to take out for a different quest unit, which, don't get me wrong, is useful, but isn't like the most useful, if that makes sense. Like, it's a good card. Don't get me wrong, I just don't know if it's like super essential to this deck. But anyway, this with 2 of these little rush minions almost finishes the quest. My hair is a mess, but it's very soft right now, man. Oh, sometimes it's gross to brush my hair to the side, you know, because like I just worked out or something. But it's soft right now. It doesn't really matter to you at all, but like I'm just saying, it's pretty nice right now. I'm gonna play 2 little rush minions. Trade these 2 in, leave them up. Not killing off the 3/3. Cause what's the worst that happens with that 3/3, right? He magnetics a Snip Snap onto it. Ultimately, I still have the damage to kill it off, but I also get to leave the most number of minions on the board. That's fine, honestly. That doesn't really matter to me. Henge Clan Hogsteed, perfect. Probably gonna keep the 4/4 though. You know, just so I don't have to make it go down to 1 and easily killed. This still gives me a minion after it dies. My hand is very cold. I've been sitting on it. Dude, my hands are always so cold. And I literally sit on my hands to make them warmer. And it doesn't work a lot of the time. It literally makes my bottom cold. You know? Oh. Well, that was a little silly, if I do say so myself. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that one, buddy. I don't necessarily want to play the Swarm of Locusts right now. I feel like stacking Snip Snap to get a Zilliax on it next turn potentially is probably the way to go. This isn't killable by Unleash the Beast if he does have it. So we're fine. Yeah, we're definitely fine here. Oh! Well, you don't say. I think I'm gonna just Swarm of Locusts, actually. Because I haven't taken enough damage to really warrant this, and I can kill that off and still leave a ton of minions on board. I'm just gonna do this. I guess CMAT kills for the 4/6 now, but that's fine. I mean, it's not actually that fine, but it's a little annoying. But I think that having the extra minions on there is fine. Okay, well, now it's definitely fine, because if he goes face with this, then... Okay, we're chilling. Now I get, like, a ton of life off of Zilliax, and it all ends up working in the end. So, you know how it is. Play this little rush minion. Trade these 2 in. He gives me a minion. Mwah, we're perfect. Oh, it's perfect. I mean, obviously, he could probably get over the 7/8, I'm not gonna lie, but it is nice. Don't hit the 7/8, you son of a gun, dude. Really? I do get to finish my quest next turn. If he doesn't wipe my board, Leroy Jenkins, I think, finishes him off. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens, but... He hits me in the face? Okay. That's 15. Yeah, that's lethal. Okay, perfect. We didn't even play the new guy, sadly. But this is 20. We get to hero power. And that is definite lethal. Moving on to the next game after this one. I didn't even I want to play Sky General. Dude, this deck is so strong. even without Sky General, it's really strong. But the Sky General helps finish the rush quest and finish the actual quest itself. I don't know what to take out for the other quest dude, though. The 3-2 that gives you a coin. Or to put in another Clear the Skies. Because, like, obviously you can. And if you don't have some legendaries, there's some very easy replacements. Like, if you're missing some legendaries, another Cult Master, Clear the Way, and both of those quest guys could do really, really well. But I have the legendaries. Halazi just generates a ton of cards. Ziliax is survivability along with Snip Snap. Varanus is some board wipe. Shuma, I thought about taking out, but like if he doesn't deal with it and I finish my quest, it's a ton of damage. Oh shoot, that's Druid. I want a hard mulligan. I'm really searching for the Questing Explorer here and Varanus, so I could potentially wipe his board. And just card draw in general, so I can, like, get the ball rolling. If he's token, that's a slight mistake. Because I got rid of Spring Paw. But I'm assuming that he's gonna be Embiggen, which means... Oh, there's a Sky General. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. But I'm assuming, sorry, that there's going to probably be, it's going to be Embiggen. So I'm looking for card draw to go through as many resources as I can. Because none of the ones in my hand at that time were actually that decent. So he doesn't have the, Ret the Dreams on curve. Can I capitalize on this? Oh my goodness, we drew Questing Explorer. Holy moly, that actually pops off. Then we have a turn 3 and 4. Or we coin this out and save this to rush it into something big later. I mean, if he plays a minion, I can rush into it. So it's fine either way, but... Alternatively... I think I just coin this out and 4-2 Pirate into that. 4-2 Pirate into that. I get to save the Diving Griffin for some card draw later. I get the Bone Wraith next turn. I get to continually apply pressure on the board. I'm liking this. I think that we're in a good spot. I say that, but he hasn't really played anything. Don't fully know what deck this guy's going. A Snip Snap. I need to deal with that in case it's Ziliax, man. Trading into his minions, keeping board control. Because, okay, here's the thing, right? If you're able to keep board control against a Druid, they have very little board wipe. Which means, in my opinion, that board control is the most important thing. Like, you can rush them down and that works, but this isn't really a hard aggro deck. It's more of a, like, it pops off when you finish your quest. So rather than trying to rush him down, just control the board. Because he can't do anything if he doesn't have a board. Like, swipe, direct damage, and removal is his only response. How curious. If he's going quest, he also has Starfall, but he's not going quest because he didn't play the quest. And if this leftmost card is his quest, he's being an idiot. So, so it's not quest, is basically what I'm saying here. It is Embiggen. He did just draw it. Took him a little while, I'm going to be honest. But, more power to him. Again, no real board wipe, so making 2 4/4s is probably just the best play. Yes, it gives him a swipe target, but like I really don't mind that at all. Because like most of these things will live, even if he swipes one of these 4-drops. This will die, but everything else will live. This deck is pretty good into this deck. Or my Quest Hunter is pretty good into Druid in my opinion, because you get to summon so many rush minions to just finish off the reborn targets, and you can just keep going face without having to give up too much. That's just my own opinion on all this. Diving Griffin draws me a card. Hit him with the 2 smaller minions, because these don't die to swipe or removal as easily. Another Embiggen. We are in a little bit of trouble. Just all of a sudden. It's not great. I don't like that. I get to play Diving Griffin and Sea Giant this turn, though. Trade both of these in. Go for 12 damage. I'm gonna save a charge on the weapon, cause like it's not like I'm about to finish the quest or anything. I have a ton of pressure on board. Trade 12 more damage in hero power. We just pop off and win again, I guess. Hit. I'm willing to take 6. Hero power, hit him for 12 more. And that is lethal. And this is why we hold on to the charge. I mean, obviously I could have hit it with the 1/1 little minion as well, but I mean, it was just more versatile. But anyway, this deck is really, really strong. I would recommend playing it. It's a little expensive, but as I said, if you don't have some of these cards, another Cult Master is great, another Clear the Way is great, and both of the new quest guys, the 3/2s that give you a coin, I don't remember his name at the time, are good as well if you're missing some legendaries. And I guess I'll do my whole spiel. I like doing it at the end to, you know, keep you guys here, keep you guys around before I actually tell you how to play the deck. So Quest Hunter, oh baby, this deck is very strong. I think it's like one of the most underrated decks. Not a lot of people play it, and yeah, I think it's still extremely strong. As you see, it melts through Druid. And sure, you could say that they didn't have any ramp, and he didn't play really anything. But like, again, the rush minions actually are able to deal with the reborn minions pretty well. Because they have high attack, and they get to attack immediately. So if you have minions on board, you can deal with the taunts, you can deal with the reborns, and keep going face. I think that this deck, it does lose to Face Hunter unless you have Ziliax in hand. That's my one loss, by the way. I almost beat him, but I didn't have Ziliax in hand. I actually mulliganed him because I thought it would be Quest or Highlander, and then I was like, wait, it's most likely Face. If it's Face, I lose, and then it was Face. I even had the Ziliax. I'm tilted, not important. But anyway, this deck beats most other Hunter decks. Well, there's the mirror match and then Highlander, but it beats Highlander because you pop off and you're able to deal with a lot of their big threats immediately. Mage can't really deal with all of the minions you play on the board if it's Highlander, because you can just create a ton without that much health. So yes, they can wipe your board multiple times, but even so, you just have multiple ways of generating a board and burst. And since Mage doesn't have heal, if you get the Unleash the Hounds with the Leroy Jenkins combo and your quest, you just finish them off. There's nothing they can do. Cartridge Defender's a little annoying though. That can bring them into the game, but they only have one of those. Paladin, Aggro Paladin, the rush minions take care of them and they don't have that much direct damage. Priest, I hate Priest. Rogue, I think it's good because they don't run like Fan of Knives or any board removal. So if you build up a wide board, you should be fine. Shaman, nobody plays Shaman. Warlock, you're a hunter, you have the hero power. Just innately, you have at least a decent matchup because they can't heal and you do extra damage and you might be able to burst them. And then Warrior is kind of bad, I'm not going to lie. But anyway, how you play this deck is obviously you play the quest. Ideally, turn 2, you go for Questing Explore. But Henchclane Hogseed is also a very good turn 2 because this one draws you a card. This one gets you 2 towards your quest immediately. Desert Spear is ideally the next 3-drop. Unless they have a big minion, in which case Diving Griffin is there. But Desert Spear generates several tokens and is able to deal with wider boards, which is helpful into aggro. It's also helpful into Reborn, so if you want to save a charge into Embiggen, like I did at the end, it's very nice. Because like if you're not that close to winning, like I was about to win that very next turn, and then he gets like Witching Hour or another Reborn minion or something, having this is just really nice to have an extra charge on it, rather than wasting it. Snip Snap is a card you can play on turn 3 if you want, but generally speaking, I don't like playing it that early. I like summoning 1 or 2 of them to help me towards the quest and for the Death Rattle effect. Unleash the Hounds is pretty much for against aggro or to burst them down. Turn 4 now is stronger with the Sky General. You have Bone Wraith, which is ideal. Like, it's a really, really good card. And then Cult Master is, you don't really want to play it turn 4 a lot of the time unless you already have a board and you're going to trade stuff in. You want to save it more to combo with stuff. Turn 10 with Swarm of Locusts is great. Turn 7 with Unleash the Hounds. Turn 6 with Double Spring Pole. Like, it has place, but generally speaking, you don't want to just play it on its own turn 4. Like, even just to get tempo, it's not worth it, because 2 health dies to so many things. Turn 5 is pretty nuts, actually. Faceless Corruptor combos with your 1/1 rushes and the Desert Spear super well. Like, it's insane. Halazi gets you a ton of cards, but I don't like playing her till turn 6, that way I don't overdraw. Or if I still have the coin, I play the coin first to get 1 extra links, and then I play the links with the extra mana on turn 5. But ideally, I play her turn 6, so I don't overdraw. Leroy, burst only. You never play him on turn 5. And Zilliax, into aggro, play him on turn 5 as soon as you can. And into aggro is the only time I'd recommend playing Snip Snap, because that gives you a target to put Zilliax onto to gain more health in the future. Then turn 6 you have the Swarm of Locusts, and then Halazi. Turn 6 you also have Varanus, which is a really good combo with Unleash the Hounds if you have him on turn 7. You can also just play him on your own because you generally have a lot of minions on board, or if you play him on his own and you have a Desert Spear, you can deal with some minions. It's pretty nice. Shuma, late game card, last ditch effort to finish your quest, and then if he is not able to clear your board right after that, then you have a pretty decent push of damage. And then Sea Giant, obviously, you can just cheese out whenever you want, pretty much, because you get to generate so much stuff. That's basically the spiel on this deck. It's a mid-range to late-game deck. It doesn't really have that much early aggression, but it has a lot of early options to deal with their aggression. It's just a very well-balanced deck, and I would recommend it to anyone who wants to try it out. Hope you guys enjoyed. See ya.